Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Mr. Jobs English Podcast. I'm Mia, and I'm really happy to be here with you again today.
And I'm James. Thanks for joining us. This is the podcast where we talk about real professions and real English, the kind you actually hear and use in everyday work situations.
Exactly. And today's profession is one that's deeply connected to food, land, seasons, and a lot of hard work. We're talking about the job of a farmer.
That's right. A farmer is someone who works the land, raises crops, takes care of animals, or sometimes both. And even though it sounds simple, the vocabulary and responsibilities behind this job are huge.
Very true. And what I like about this profession is that many people imagine it as calm and slow, but in reality, it requires planning, physical effort, and constant decision-making.
Absolutely. Farming is not just about planting seeds and waiting. Farmers manage soil, weather, equipment, time, money, and risk all at the same time.
Let's start with a very basic but important word, crop. A crop is a plant grown for food or sale, like corn, wheat, soybeans, vegetables, or fruits.
And the verb form is to grow. Farmers grow crops. They decide what to grow based on the season, the climate, and the market.
And speaking of seasons, that's a key part of farming vocabulary. Words like spring, summer, fall, and winter matter a lot. Each season has different tasks.
In spring, farmers often prepare the soil and plant seeds. To prepare the soil means to get the land ready, plowing, removing rocks, and making sure the ground is healthy.
Soil is another essential word. Soil is the earth where plants grow. Good soil helps crops grow strong.
And when farmers plant seeds, they're thinking long-term. They're planning months ahead, sometimes even a year ahead.
Exactly. And then comes irrigation, which means supplying water to crops. Farmers use irrigation systems when rain is not enough.
And water management is critical. Too much water can damage crops. Too little water can kill them.
Another common word is harvest. To harvest means to collect crops when they are ready.
And harvest season is usually very busy. Farmers work long hours, sometimes early in the morning and late at night.
And this brings us to equipment. Farmers use a lot of machinery. One of the most common machines is a tractor.
A tractor is a powerful vehicle used to pull equipment, prepare fields, and move heavy loads.
And there's also the word equipment, which refers to all the tools and machines used on the farm.
And farmers need to maintain their equipment. To maintain means to keep something in good working condition, checking, repairing, cleaning.
Maintenance is important because broken equipment can delay work, especially during planting or harvest.
Now, not all farmers grow crops. Some are livestock farmers. Livestock refers to animals raised for food or products, like cows, chickens, pigs, or sheep.
And livestock farmers deal with vocabulary like feed, shelter, health, and care.
Feed is the food given to animals. Farmers must make sure animals are fed properly every day.
And animal health is a big responsibility. Farmers watch for signs of illness and sometimes work with veterinarians.
And that brings us to the word routine. Farming has daily routines. Feeding animals, checking fences, inspecting crops. These things happen every day.
But at the same time, no 2 days are exactly the same. Weather can change plans very quickly.
Weather is one of the biggest factors in farming. Words like rain, drought, frost, and heat are very important.
A drought is a long period without rain, which can be very damaging to crops.
And frost is when temperatures drop very low and ice forms, which can kill plants.
So farmers constantly check weather forecasts and adjust their plans.
And planning is a big part of the job. Farmers plan planting schedules, harvest times, and even sales.
That leads us to another word, market. Farmers often sell their products at markets or to companies.
And price is important too. Farmers need fair prices to cover costs and make a living.
And costs include seeds, fertilizer, fuel, equipment, labor. There's a lot behind the scenes.
Fertilizer is another key word. Fertilizer is a substance added to soil to help plants grow better.
And farmers must use fertilizer carefully to protect the land and the environment.
Environmental responsibility is a big topic in modern farming. Words like sustainable and conservation come up a lot.
Sustainable means using methods that protect the land for future generations.
And conservation means protecting natural resources like soil and water.
Many farmers take great pride in caring for the land they work on.
And something people often forget is that farming can be very physical. Lifting, walking long distances, working outdoors, it's demanding.
But it also requires knowledge. Farmers understand biology, mechanics, business, and logistics.
Logistics refers to organizing and managing operations like storage and transportation.
Storage is another important word. Crops and feed need proper storage to stay fresh and safe.
And transportation matters too. Farmers transport products to buyers, markets, or processing facilities.
And sometimes farmers hire workers to help, especially during harvest season.
And that involves communication, instructions, and teamwork.
Let's imagine a simple, real situation. A farmer wakes up early, checks the weather, walks through the fields, and inspects the crops.
They notice some plants need more water, so they adjust the irrigation system.
Then they feed the animals, check the fences, and repair a small issue with a gate.
Later, they drive the tractor, prepare another field, and plan the next planting.
And at the end of the day, they review plans for tomorrow, always thinking ahead.
That simple day already includes a lot of vocabulary and real-life English.
And that's why learning English through professions like this makes so much sense. You learn words that connect directly to real actions and responsibilities.
And farming is one of the oldest professions in the world, but it's still evolving.
Technology, data, and modern equipment are changing how farms operate.
But at its core, farming is still about care, patience, and commitment.
And respect for nature and for the work itself.
I really enjoy how this profession combines tradition and modern skills.
Me too. And for English learners, it's a great example of practical, useful vocabulary.
We've already covered so many important words naturally today, and everything fits into real-life contexts.
And as always, the goal is not memorizing lists, but understanding how words are used.
Exactly. Hearing them in conversation helps you remember them better.
And we'll keep building on this vocabulary as our conversation continues.
For now, take a moment to think about how many everyday things depend on farmers.
Food on the table starts with their work.
And that's something worth appreciating.
Definitely. You know, James, something else that really stands out about farmers is how closely they work with time. Not just hours in a day, but weeks, months, even years.
That's such a good point. Farming teaches patience. You don't plant something today and see results tomorrow. You plant, you wait, you monitor, and you adjust.
And the verb to monitor is perfect here. It means to watch something carefully over time, checking for changes or problems.
Farmers monitor crops for pests, disease, growth, and color. They notice small details most people would miss.
Pests are insects or animals that damage crops, and pest control is a big part of farming.
Exactly. Pest control can include natural methods like beneficial insects or tools like nets and traps.
And this is where another important word comes in. Chemical. Some farmers use chemicals like pesticides, but many try to reduce their use.
And that brings us back to sustainable farming. Many farmers look for balance, protecting crops while also protecting the environment.
Balance is a great everyday word. It means keeping things in the right proportion, not too much, not too little.
And farming is full of balance: work and rest, cost and profit, nature and technology.
Speaking of profit, let's talk about money vocabulary related to farming. One key word is income.
Income is the money you earn. For farmers, income often depends on the harvest.
And harvest results depend on many factors they can't fully control, like weather.
Which makes farming a risky profession. Risk means the possibility of loss or damage.
And that's why many farmers also think about insurance. Insurance helps protect them financially if something goes wrong.
Crop insurance is common in many places. If a drought or flood destroys crops, insurance can help cover losses.
Flood is another important word. A flood is when too much water covers land that is normally dry.
And floods can destroy fields very quickly.
Farmers also think about storage facilities, places like barns, silos, and warehouses.
A barn is a building used to store equipment, crops, or house animals.
And a silo is a tall structure used to store grain.
Grain is a general term for crops like wheat, corn, and rice.
And grain must be kept dry and protected from pests.
Another daily responsibility is inspection. Farmers inspect fields, animals, and equipment regularly.
To inspect means to check something carefully to make sure it's in good condition.
And inspections help prevent small problems from becoming big ones.
That's true in life, too, not just farming.
Very true. Now, something learners might hear a lot is the word yield.
Yield refers to the amount of crop produced. A high yield means a lot of production.
And farmers aim for high yield without damaging the land.
Which again brings us back to planning and long-term thinking.
Planning is not just about crops, it's also about labor.
Labor refers to the work done by people. Some farms are family-run, others hire seasonal workers.
Seasonal workers are people who work during certain times of the year, like harvest season.
And communication is essential when managing workers.
Clear instructions, safety rules, and teamwork matter a lot.
Safety is another big topic. Farming involves heavy machinery, animals, and outdoor conditions.
Words like protective gear, gloves, boots, and helmets come up often.
Protective gear means clothing or equipment that keeps you safe.
And safety training helps prevent accidents.
Accidents are unexpected events that cause harm or damage.
And farmers are trained to reduce risks as much as possible.
I also find it interesting how farmers develop a strong connection to their land.
Definitely. Many farms are passed down through generations.
Passed down means given from parents to children over time.
And that creates a sense of responsibility and pride.
Pride is a strong feeling of satisfaction in your work.
And farmers often take pride in producing quality food.
Quality is another everyday word, meaning how good something is.
Quality products usually come from careful work.
And customers can often feel that difference.
Especially at local markets where farmers sell directly to consumers.
Consumers are people who buy and use products.
And direct sales allow farmers to explain their products and methods.
That communication builds trust.
Trust means believing that someone is honest and reliable.
And trust is very important in food production.
Now let's talk about technology for a moment.
Modern farming uses technology more than many people realize.
GPS systems, sensors, and data analysis are common on large farms.
Sensors collect information about soil moisture, temperature, and crop health.
And data helps farmers make better decisions.
Data is information collected over time.
And using data can improve efficiency.
Efficiency means doing things in the best way, without waste.
And efficiency saves time, money, and resources.
Farmers also use apps and software to track schedules and inventory.
Inventory refers to the items you have in stock. Seeds, feed, fertilizer, equipment parts, all part of farm inventory.
And managing inventory helps avoid shortages.
Shortage means not having enough of something.
Another important word is rotation. Crop rotation means planting different crops in the same field at different times.
This helps keep the soil healthy.
And reduces pests and disease.
Farmers think in cycles, not straight lines.
That's a beautiful way to put it.
Thank you, and it really fits farming.
Let's imagine another real moment. A farmer notices that one field has weaker plants.
They inspect the soil, test nutrients, and compare it with other fields.
They might decide to rotate crops next season or add organic material.
Organic material like compost improves the soil quality.
Compost is made from natural waste like food scraps and plant material.
And it enriches the soil naturally.
This shows how problem solving is part of the job.
Problem solving means finding solutions to issues.
And farmers solve problems every day.
Sometimes quickly, sometimes over time.
And patience plays a big role again.
Farming really teaches patience, resilience, and adaptability.
Resilience means the ability to recover from difficulties.
And adaptability means adjusting to change.
Weather changes, markets change, technology changes.
And farmers adapt.
That's why this profession deserves a lot of respect.
I couldn't agree more.
And for language learners, it's also a profession full of rich, useful vocabulary.
Vocabulary you can connect to real actions and real life.
And hearing it in a natural conversation makes it easier to remember.
Exactly. You're not just learning words, you're learning how they live together.
And that's the goal here.
Always.
Let's keep the conversation flowing and continue exploring this profession naturally.
Sounds good to me.
You know, James, something I really admire about farmers is how much responsibility they carry every single day.
Oh, yeah. People often think farming is just planting seeds and waiting, but it's way more complex than that.
Definitely. A farmer is constantly monitoring conditions, and to monitor means to observe carefully over time.
They monitor the soil, the crops, the animals, the weather forecasts, everything.
Soil health is a big one. Soil isn't just dirt, it's a living system.
Exactly. Healthy soil has nutrients, microorganisms, and good structure.
Nutrients are substances that help plants grow, like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium.
And when soil lacks nutrients, farmers may use fertilizer.
Fertilizer is a product added to soil to improve plant growth.
Some farmers use chemical fertilizers, others prefer organic ones.
Organic means produced naturally, without synthetic chemicals.
And that choice affects sustainability.
Sustainability is about using resources in a way that doesn't harm future generations.
Farmers think long-term. They don't just plan for this year.
Long-term planning is essential in agriculture.
Another word we hear a lot is yield.
Yield refers to how much crop is produced from a field.
A high yield means a lot of production. A low yield means less.
Weather can really impact yield.
Droughts, floods, frost, those are serious risks.
A drought is a long period with little or no rain.
And floods happen when there's too much water.
Farmers try to reduce risk, but they can't control nature.
That's why farming requires patience.
Patience means the ability to wait calmly.
And resilience, too.
Resilience is the ability to recover after difficulties.
Farmers face setbacks and still keep going.
Let's talk about machinery for a moment.
Sure, machinery is a huge part of modern farming.
Tractors, harvesters, seeders, plows.
A tractor is the main vehicle used for pulling equipment.
And a harvester is a machine that collects crops.
These machines save time and reduce manual labor.
Manual labor means work done by hand or physical effort.
But machines also require skill.
Operating heavy equipment safely is a big responsibility.
Safety is critical. Farmers work around sharp tools, heavy loads, and animals.
And animals can be unpredictable.
Exactly. Unpredictable means you can't always know what will happen.
Farmers learn to read animal behavior.
Behavior refers to how animals act.
And that helps prevent accidents.
Another interesting part of farming is marketing.
Marketing? That surprises a lot of people.
Farmers don't just grow food, they sell it.
They negotiate prices, choose buyers, and plan distribution.
Distribution is how products get from farms to markets.
Some farmers sell directly to consumers.
Farmers' markets are a great example.
In Canada, they're very popular in the summer.
Same in the U.S. People love fresh, local food.
Local means produced near where you live.
And freshness matters.
Fresh food often tastes better and lasts longer.
Farmers take pride in that.
Pride, again, it's a recurring theme.
It really is. Farming isn't just a job, it's an identity.
Many farmers inherit land from their families.
That creates a strong connection to the land.
Connection means a deep relationship.
And that connection influences how they work.
They care about soil quality, water use, and animal welfare.
Welfare refers to health and well-being.
Animal welfare is taken very seriously by responsible farmers.
As it should be.
You know, James, listening to all this vocabulary, I feel like learners can really expand their English here.
Absolutely. These words aren't just for farming, they're useful in many contexts.
Words like planning, monitoring, adjusting, managing.
They're professional words.
And hearing them in real conversation helps people remember them.
That's the magic of learning through dialogue.
I also like how farming vocabulary connects work and nature.
It reminds us where food really comes from.
And it builds respect for the profession.
Huge respect.
I think this was a very rich episode.
I agree, a lot of real-life language.
And very human language, too.
That's always our goal.
Thanks for being here with us today.
Yeah, thanks for spending your time listening and learning with us.
If you enjoyed today's episode, follow the podcast, hit the like button, and tell us in the comments which profession you want us to talk about next.
We love hearing your ideas.
Take care, everyone.
And we'll talk again very soon.